the announcement is this. I'm going to be doing a Google Hangout next Friday. Not today, but next Friday. And that particular Google Hangout will be focused on primarily one thing. I'm asking everyone to bring their own personal rap to this particular Google Hangout.
I'm going to expose myself on YouTube. I'm going to make a YouTube video embarrassing myself.
Thank
you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I got to tell you about the fabulous, most groovy
G-Man. G-Man.
You know you're breaking the law right now.
I will stomp a mud hole in you, sir.
I am not playing, Dragnet.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. You're going to jail. You got the audacity.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. That's all I got to say. You got the audacity. I sold $3,000. You got the audacity. You got the audacity. Because you don't got no evidence.
My name is G-Man. G-Man. My name is G-Man.
No big business that I mean.
My name is G-Man. G-Man. My name is G-Man. G-Man.
You can't beat me in fighting. You can't beat me in chemistry. You can't beat me in biology. You can't even walk better than me. You can't outrun me. Dude, you can't even out-talk me. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey City.
G-Man.
You got the audacity. You're going to jail. You got the audacity.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. That's all I got to say. You got the audacity. I sold $3,000. You got the audacity. You got the audacity. Because you don't got no evidence.
My name is G-Man. G-Man. My name is G-Man.
No big business that I mean.
My name is G-Man. G-Man. My name is G-Man. G-Man.
You can't beat me in fighting. You can't beat me in chemistry. You can't beat me in biology. You can't even walk better than me. You can't outrun me. Dude, you can't even out-talk me. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey City.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Preaching to the Choir Ministries.
It was a dark and stormy night. I found myself wandering aimlessly through an abandoned building, or at least I thought it was abandoned. Slowly I made my way up the stairs, struggling to find my way. I came upon a door, like any door. It was easy to open. It didn't possess any handles. As I pried my way in, I soon discovered a familiar setting. This room smelled like urea. The rust was pungent in the air. As I pressed forward, I hit my head upon a railing. Why would there be a railing here? What is this? There's another door. I pushed it. Smaller than the first. All I could hear was laughter. Clearly someone was here with me. How did they make it here? Why are they here? In this room? I heard the familiar sound of metal clasped in leather. What could be happening upon this laughter, these sounds? And then I realized that I was just having a gay dream. That's pretty much it. And I was about to get some booty sex. Anyway, what's going on, folks? Folks, if y'all did not know, today the salt mine is going to be, I believe Billy said, an hour early. So if y'all did not know that, make sure you set your clocks to... no, fuck you. I'm not hurt. No, I'm just, fuck you. I'm like, what are you texting me? No, that was all impromptu. I obviously made that based on G-Man's gay fantasies. But I just thought to have some fun and burn some time because not everyone has a notification. YouTube being a bitch again, and I can't connect to the API of Twitch through Restream. I'm not a computer person, so I have no idea what any of that means. And so, yeah, he's probably going to be pretty pissed at that, but I've been pissing a lot of people off lately. If you were in ProLib's chat last night, you saw quite a few people pissed off. I was throwing hammers at everybody. Anybody could get it. So someone who was previously insisted that I was abusing my child was upset that I threw hammers at her. She can go eat a dick. But yeah, so one of the things that a few people have pointed out that they found pretty funny is when I made the super chat toward the beginning of the whole Kyle Steve NSS debate, that I pointed out to Unirock that this is not your channel and you can't hide behind members only mode when someone disagrees with you. Now, none of that is a lie. None of that is a fabrication. I've literally sat and watched him do that. And I just to be sure that I was correct in what I was observing, I went and asked other people. I was like, yeah, he does do that. Okay, cool. And so he seemed a little booty hurt when I pointed out to him a behavior that he's known for, right? So I'm not sure why there was a kind of a somber tone after ProLib read off that super chat. It may have been the laughter that came afterwards, but from everybody, and including the chat, and including other people that don't even like me, but that's fine. I thought that was interesting. I thought that he would have a good laugh about that, but there seemed to be... maybe he got over it. I don't know. But just saying. If you get on here and you're valuing yourself as somebody who's exposing people and all that bullshit, you can't be beyond reproach. You can't then put yourself behind a paywall the second someone disagrees with you. Someone disagrees with me. I stopped the last time I tried to do this fucking video, somebody was upset with me and I let him come in and throw shit at me. That was fine. I didn't put fucking the Kimpo behind the paywall because he disagreed with me. I engaged with him, right? And I think it's a bitch ass move to do something like that. And so if Unirock doesn't want me to point out bitch ass moves, don't be a bitch ass person. Like I don't know what to say. Anyway, I got the Banhammer unit chat because I criticized. Yeah, see that's what I'm talking about. It's a bitch ass move, and that's why I'm gonna read your super chats off and just hold off for a second because I have to say this. I think that it's interesting that when I was taking time to sit and listen to Unirock, that I said, "Oh, Drag, I know you don't really care for me." I was like, I don't really care for a lot of people, but whatever. But maybe we could come have a sit down. So here's the thing with me. I'm not going to hold my criticisms and my tongue because I'm on your channel, right? That's not going to happen. And that's why I was like, no. Unirock is good at monologuing and spinning a yarn. I think he excels in that arena. Just kind of fabricating whatever he needs in the moment. It doesn't necessarily have to be true. You can fabricate a story based on real events, right? But taking bits and pieces of information and extrapolating it into the context that it does not reside in, right? And turning nothing into something that's entertaining, well, okay, that's cool, entertaining, but it's not necessarily honest. And I think that's where his skill set is. But sitting down and trying to actually deliberate things, that's not his skill set. I don't think so. It's KDK. It's toward the end of ProLib's hangout last night. I keep calling it hangout. Fuck, his stream last night. And there was a super chat where I told Unirock that he can't hide behind members only mode when people disagree with him, and didn't take that too well from what it sounded like. So I think that it was interesting that
I'm not really convinced that secondhand smoke is a real thing.
Easy drag, we white men are a fragile people. You gotta use kid gloves. I mean, look how many of us cry like bitches about wearing a mask.
Oh my god. Okay, well, yeah, so this was on ProLib's channel. There was Nate Brody, ProLib, Kyle, and Unirock were live last night, and it's toward the end. If the transcripts are up, you can probably search the word members. Yeah, because that was one of the words that I used in my super chat. But it's near the end where ProLib is reading off the super chats. So let me just get Nick James says get a job drag there. Happy G man. Yeah, there you go. But I thought that was interesting. And it's pro liberals channel. ProLib. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, so I have to say if the people who suck Steve's dick and who are just kind of just within that orbit, anytime I engage with them, I have to kind of lower the bar for what I say to them, because last night there was one chick that was, for whatever reason, trying to restream ProLib's video, and he quite blatantly said that he has copyrighted music being played just to deter that. And so guess what they got? Anyway, the person who was doing it, not the brightest person in the world, supposedly she's a drunk too, get that, she seemed to not get a comment that I made to her when I said, hey, Lil Red, your parents must be related, right? Obviously, to all of you who are probably sober and have more than, I don't know, a 60 IQ, you know that is a remark insisting that she's a product of incest. This person then goes, well, duh, of course my parents are related. They're married. So I had to, like I said, I have to lower the bar when I insult people within that particular orbit, because I have broken the meter of stupidity at this point. And I'm not sure if the buddy, whoever she had in the hangout, told her, no, you dumb person. That's not what that means, you idiot. So I have to go back to the drawing board and find a way so that a clear incest joke is even more clear, so that people don't then agree that they are products of incest and possibly fetal alcohol abuse. So yes, that was an easy one to hit out the ballpark, and I don't even know where to go from there. All right, cool. You said yeah. All right, well, you win. You win this round. That was surprising. I know that people on the internet are dumb. I didn't think they were that dumb. But anyway, I think I've wasted enough time. So I have to ask, before I start playing this again, does anybody have any issues that they want to bring up so I can open up a StreamYard and people can come and throw shit at me? I want to get that out of the way before I start the review, all right? Because I have no problem with that. But let me know now, so that I don't get halfway through and have to stop because someone's upset that I'm being a very, very mean person on the internet. I don't care. I do this for entertainment. I don't care. So, anyway, if someone's going to come in here and tell me that their opinion of me, I'm just going to let you rant until you get tired, and then you can leave. It's like, I just don't want to be interrupted too much. That's why super chats get annoying, because I'm trying to say shit. Got stuff to say. Rain Sama, I would like to complain that you wore a shirt in yesterday evening stream. Rain Sama, if you are touching yourself on my streams, you have to do what everybody else does and just you have to wait. I don't know what to tell you. Actually, Rain Sama, if you are part of Black Atheists on Facebook, you may have access to some of. Actually, never mind. So, Dragnite, can you put a good word in with your wife for me? Soft-spoken Satan, I got you, man. I got you. Doesn't have a sister, but I'll put in a good word for you. We got to get G-Man in here. He's been talking so much shit. Yeah, Katie. So, where? Actually, Katie, let me show you. Y'all can see this. So let me show you something, Katie. So he has spoken to me this year, and if you go to the last time we had a sit down, I was thinking about just rebroadcasting this, just so actually y'all can see it. This was 3 years ago. This one right here, G-Man versus Dragnot. Where is? Because we had a sit down. I thought I look at David Weiss's money. Yeah, I love that image. Where is it? G-Man and I spoke. We had a sit down because he wanted to debate Matt Dillahunty, and I just got done talking to Matt. Like, we had just got done hanging out. Oh, it was right there. It was the second one. I'm fucking stupid.
I'll go as far as not.
So this is me and G-Man sitting down and talking. Right? If you actually want to hear us talk, this is a pretty good one here, and it's pretty civil.
About this topic and why it's so important. If
Really?
he's going to say that God is immoral,
You see how calm he is?
Yep.
man, I know you met Matt, and you have a certain amount of respect for Matt. That's understandable, and I get it.
Matt has a fat head. Anyway, so I'll put that in. Me and Matt get on pretty well. There we go. Actually, somebody got it. Yeah, I think it was Lucifer Almighty. I said, "Oh shit!" Somebody's called me, and I was like, "Y'all not gonna guess who that is." Lucifer Almighty was like, "Yeah, he knows who it is." He said, "I was like, yeah, that's him." But I had texted him earlier. Find yourself a woman that looks at you the way G-Man looks at other people's money. Oh God, that's cold blood. Rain Summer, I know that you are a women's, right? Why don't you give G-Man a try? Why don't you hop on that grenade? I'm just saying. He has some things he needs to work out. Definitely check it out. Yeah, he sounds sane. This is one. After we get like towards the end of the eviction saga, I'm going to replay kind of the sit down that me and him have after that. And people said, "Drag, you sound more like his therapist," because I know how to soothe the savage beast. That's why. And I'm good. I'm good at what I do. So G-Man's insistence that I could manipulate people, that has some truth to it. I'm good at manipulating him. So, but I'm used to dealing with difficult people. So I know how to de-escalate because of my people skills that I've had to learn in the military. And he's a difficult person, and I know how to deal with it. That's what I use to get jobs. So he didn't realize that. If you forget anything, you need a job. So UTI, bitch, code, stop your cry. I think that's all of it. I am overweight, coward, Sasquatch. He needs a woman with sexy arms like Drag. What's up? Hi. They can't see you do that. You're not in frame. Okay, they can see that. I wish the camera was turned around so people could have saw that. I really wish people. So she was being silly and walking away trying to like do the sexy sashay, and she hit her arm on the fucking dresser and fell to the ground and rolled around for a little while. I wish y'all could have saw that. I'm just looking at her. I'm not saying anything. I'm just looking and judging. I'm just judging. That's it. I'm at the. You know what? You are no longer in charge of the harem until you get your coordination correct. Anyway, Yeah, she likes you. She's not hurt. But this is coming up where strangers walk in his apartment. I have not seen this part. People talk about that, but I've not. I'm like, who's just walking in your shit? Like that's weird. Okay, all right. Okay. So we gonna see. There's something else I wanted to say. Oh, hope y'all watched Black Guy TV's review of G-Man's recent, gay fantasy dreams or whatever they were. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just me. I don't remember ever having any dreams where I get caught in the bathroom stall and two guys are trying to poke me in the booty. Maybe I've not had one in a while, but it seems kind of weird that the guy struggling with his gay thoughts is also having dreams where dudes are trying to fuck him in the booty. Just saying. Maybe that temptation goes a little bit deeper than he thinks. I mean, if you're gonna start off somewhere, start off with one dude and then go to two. Just like women, start off with one woman, then you go to two women. You gotta have stamina for that. What? Yeah. So I'm curious. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what type of living situation he's in where there's just random people walking. Let's say, here's what I think. I think that he's living in someone's basement, but the basement isn't so. What do they call those? Duplex, I think. So there are houses, and then there's like a sub house underneath the main house that people don't need to access. But I think this is like one of those regular ass houses up in the Northeast where they have a basement, like a legit basement that you can walk down into and live in. Like people talk about actual basement dweller, like this is an actual like basement that you can live in. And so he's just renting somebody's basement, but they still store their shit down there, so they need to go and they need to get their shit. So I'm thinking that's what this is. If this is I guess people just run, because who else would be running through his fucking house, right? I keep saying house. His domicile. This domicile that he lives in currently, why would random people be coming unless they live there, right? So while this guy's calling me broke nut, there's not random people going through my apartment, G-Man. Let's keep that in mind, because I know you don't watch my shit. Random people don't come in my domicile at all. Nobody. That's why I pay all the money I do to live here. The random people just don't fucking... Really? Come on. I'm not apartment shaming. I'm not basement shaming. I'm just saying. I'm just making a fact. Just saying. And yeah, someone's mad because I'm judging him. Absolutely. I'm going to keep judging him. Judges me. I think he is living where he is currently working, like on a Hobbs site. Really? You think so? That G-Man dream was probably you and Matt. Oh God, Matt was Navy. You and the only men I hear him talk about all the time. Miss Drag, G-Man coming for your man. Oh, oof, big oof, big oof, big oof. Had a dream. Muhammad Ali last night, but he was fighting Joe Frazier, not kissing him. There you go.
I stole $3,000.
Joe Frazier fight. Kamal said, Drag, you need to go take care of Mr. Drag, bro. I gotta look. I'm gonna buy some food later. I'll take care of her. I gotta ask some ice cream last night because she had a sweet tooth. My mouth was fixing something sweet. All right, whatever. You mean your mother-in-law's apartment?
With his life. While talking.
Oh, hold on. Drag. Uni was fuming after the members only burned. Yeah, so you were there. Like because I had to take off and go check on my son, make sure he was doing his fucking math homework, because we do that in this house. But he brought it up later. Yeah, so I'm like, why would you be mad? Like if I'm just bullshitting, if I just made that up, you don't do that. Why would you be? Look. But see, here's the thing. That's how you know that nobody close to him tells him about that shit. That's how you actually figure out, because if someone goes, Dragnot, look, dude, you really got a nasty habit of just roasting motherfuckers right off the bat, bro. You need to, like, what the fuck is going on with you? I couldn't even be mad because I know that I do that. That is the habit that I have. Why would I be mad when someone points out shit that I clearly do? So that tells me that he's not self-aware. That tells me that nobody close to him saying shit to him. And that tells me that he's cloistered off because he's fucking sensitive. Like, that's what, I don't know how else to call that. Like, it's weird for a guy who claims he was infantry to be like that on the internet, and that's what fucks with me. It's like the infantry dudes that I serve with weren't sensitive like that. And like, I'm not doubting his, don't get me wrong, don't take that as me doubting his service. I'm not. I'm just wondering how you come from being infantry to getting on the internet and being that much of a bitch. Now, he can take that however he wants to, but the proof is in the pudding. If you are secure with yourself, you wouldn't have to put a paywall behind criticism. Think about that for a second. I don't. I let a motherfucker come in here and berate me. That some of y'all berate me in chat. I don't, like, come on.
Getting foods. I got 5 on it.
Oh, appreciate it. I mean, it's you know, I'm gonna end up transferring money out of the PayPal anyway. Most of the food that y'all see me eat on Salt Mine comes from a PayPal transfer from all of Who's Your Buddy's fucking like donations and shit up here. That's where it comes from, because the super chat stuff only comes once a month, like on the 21st. So if y'all didn't know that, he's the kind of guy that never fit in. Maybe I don't know. Joey, were you one of the cats in Lil Red's hangout last night? I could have sworn I seen you in there, man.
Talking about everybody else's life. And all of you atheists, and I can go to his channel right now, go to the live chat and name you by name. And I see how many...
But you blocked, G-Man, you blocked everybody in the live chat, though.
Many of you are supporting. And I can be like, oh, so-and-so gave 50, so-and-so gave 20, so-and-so gave 5. And you're supporting his lazy behind. You remember when Nadia couldn't find a job? Where was her support?
Oh, okay. So, if y'all, all of you new people, Nadia, he's talking about Nadia Chambers. Nadia Chambers was is a trans woman who hosted 24-hour streams. They were open, so it's like the who actually does like okay, so like when I put the link out there and I invited a bunch of people in and we talked about stuff, Nadia Chambers would host rooms like that 24 hours a day, literally 24 hours. So she was in a bad spot mentally, physically, and you know who was supporting her? Annabelle, Bob, your name here, as he's known in the chat. I think Hana Zubi at one point supported her. Dragnot Silvis actually helped support her. There were, I want to say Christian Smith. There was somebody else who was always helping her ass out, especially when she got to New York. I can't remember, but those are just the people that I remember off the top of my head who helped her. So, you know, it's like, come on, G-Man.
Freedom.
Do you ever get concerned that these videos or this criticism might push them over the edge?
So that's a legitimate concern. Thank you, Stina. So one of the things that happens is that, and I talk about the cycle for G-Man. I will, how can I describe this? Motion or give him a cue that, you know what, I'm going to lay off. You know what, G-Man, you've had enough. And I back away. There's not been a time where for an entire year, I've just been focusing on G-Man. And I can show you guys the messages in Skype that I asked him earlier in the year if he, you know what, maybe we just need to back off one another. I'll go review D-Roy, something like that. You go, lick your wounds, whatever. He didn't want that. So if you look at my channel and look at the videos, and I have things categorized by, that's why I use the thumbnail, so I can tell what videos I've been making and about who. Look at the trend in the thumbnails over the last few years. You'll see G-Man, 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 and then you'll see a break. And it'll be like D-Roy, 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 random video game stuff, D-Roy, D-Roy, D-Roy. And then there's another break, and then it'll be Shanny Rev, Shanny Rev, Shanny Rev. And then throughout that process, G-Man will start pining for my attention like he did earlier this year. So that lets me know that he's ready for more attention. That's why you don't see me really focus on someone for like 6 months straight. The only time that I've really done that is by somebody who's been actively willing to engage on and off, like True Empiricism. And so if there is an indication that, he's really going to hurt himself, his buddies have a way of getting in contact with me. Don't mistake that back and forth. He's manic, or seemingly manic, but if there is an imminent danger, people have my phone number and people have contacted me. to back off. And there's stuff that happens behind the scenes that I am fairly attentive to kind of what goes on. Now, the histrionics of someone like Shani, no. She's, but I don't focus on her, as much as I do others, because she's just fucking crazy. So that's why you don't see just for like a year straight nothing. And yes, Stina's one of the new folk, but this has to be explained because newer people don't notice the trend, and so they just see, oh man, it seems kind of like it's constant. This is unusual for me as far as me making videos damn near every day. This only happens during the summer. Usually throughout the school year, you'll see me make a video maybe 2 to 3 times a weekday, and now I'm doing Assault Mine, which Assault Mine is new. I usually wouldn't like even stream this kind of shit on the weekends, but I am because I'm doing Assault Mine. But when you hear G-Man talk about the summer of G-Man, that's when I focus almost entirely on him, and that's why there's so much content. So the last time I did this was when he first broke up with Shield Squad. Shield Squad. And I did the G-Man Exposed series. So when you hear him talk about that, this is the parallel there. So I hope that makes sense to some of the new folks who have questions, because that's a legitimate question. And I think that is just look, people have a little bit more empathy, and they may not see everything that happens. Of course, there's stuff that happens behind the scenes that I don't talk about. But no, thank you for asking that question, and I'm not going to charge you for challenging me. How long has G-Man been doing? So when you say been doing this, so like attacking people in this manner, like specifically, maybe 6 years. How long has he been on the interwebs, on like YouTube? Almost 10 years. He's like on, but there's a qualitative difference in the type of videos he was doing when he first came on here. Same thing with me. But if you listen to the G-Man from like 2011, way different than this G-Man. Entirely different. So when you ask that type of question, it has to be really qualified. Jeez, I'm stumbling over my own words. How did Drag and G-Man first cross paths? Oh, that's a long story. I've been doing interviews all this month and answering that question. Long story short, back when you could make response videos, G-Man was on Drunken Peasants, and I came across him because of that, because I would watch Atheist Experience and Amazing Atheist, and I came across his dumbass, and so I had just gotten done with a guy named Godson Al, and so I found G-Man, and he and I started interacting, and I started, you could have open Google Hangouts, and I would go in there and challenge him. Let's see. If G-Man really came to you for help some kind, you would help him. Nerd Talk, that has already happened on multiple occasions. G-Man needed a laptop. Guess who helped pay for his laptop? G-Man had, supposedly he had, his UTI when he went to the hospital and he couldn't work. Guess who got a call to help a fundraiser to make up for his lost funds from not working? So I've helped him out throughout the years several times. So there is a give and take here. And you can ask people in the chat. It's people remember that. People who've been around for a while remember all that. And I'm sure there's other examples that I've forgotten, but those two are the ones that stick out. And even recently, I've thrown him some money, and he even admitted it. So,
how come you didn't support Nadia when she wasn't working? Nadia was sitting down being lazy and didn't want to work. How come you didn't want to support? I can just go off on all of the hypocritical behavior that is in the atheist community. Yet you claim the religion is the problem. Religion has never been a problem. And when I say religion, I'm referring to Christianity, because that's what you mean when you say religion. Miss D looks better than... No, I'm sorry. Miss D is quite average. You really need to get out more often, my friend. Go to the hood. Trust me, you'll see a lot better.
Now, if your standard for beauty is in the hood, that tells me a lot about you, my man. But okay.
No. She's quite average. Average. She's average. And honestly, all you gotta do is be stronger than Drag if you want to get her. Honestly.
You be stronger than me? Okay. That's weird that you know her predilections. So is strength one of them? That's kind of like a secondary trait, but I didn't have to go and like fight in some tournament to win her. She wasn't a prize like in a strongman competition, so I'm not sure what that really has to do. Like, that's such a weird thing to say, but it's trust me, G-Man, I think we all kind of question your taste in women. So if my wife isn't sporting like, you know, bigger traps than me, I don't think that you'd find her attractive anyway, and a dick.
I don't think she's really loyal to drag. I think she's scared to leave him. Because ain't no woman, especially no black woman in the United States of America, staying with no bum who ain't got no job in it.
Evidently, you don't know black women in America very well, because that's exactly what the fuck a lot of them do. That is exactly what quite a few. That's funny. That's a fucking that is a classic stereotype. Having like raising a bump. Like, there's so many memes and like this. I can tell that he doesn't actually talk to black women, because this is an ongoing meme. That, you know, she's raising him and then her actual kids. Like, it's funny. Like, it's actually funny how off base he is.
And all of you know it. You know, so it's obvious what's going on there. She's probably getting, well, I doubt she's getting beat up, but she's probably being intimidated. Who knows?
So my wife, so y'all see that this infidelity lie comes up a lot, and it's coming back. And so now there are hints that there's physical abuse too. This is interesting, G-Man. Man, I mean, this is just speculation. He's not saying that I physically abused my wife. He's just, you know, implying that there's probably some type of physical abuse going on.
So, you see, Drag, it's not hard for other people to get on here and make a YouTube video and to point out your fault, sir. And actually tell the truth about it. Well, G-Man, what proof do you have, G-Man, that my wife is only... Because it's obvious, dude. I can look.
It's obvious that you dream of dicks and getting fucking fucked in the booty hole. I mean, so it's obvious. You know why? Because you talk about it. You dream about it. So I like, if that's the game that we're playing, G-Man, then you got some explaining to do, my man.
Look at statistics, and I can look at how black women in America in general feel about a man who stays on his behind all day on his computer talking about other people, while she has to get off her behind and go to work. I mean, if you was doing so good with the GI Bill, she wouldn't have to work. You're a bum.
So you notice that a lot of these like depictions don't involve what a woman wants out of her relationship and out of life. It's based on like kind of this archaic idea of you know, just traditional gender roles where a woman should be in her place and not where she wants to be, because we all know that women don't want to be independent, and women need to be codependent upon a man and completely reliant, because that's worked out in the past so well. Maybe my wife wanted to earn her own money. Maybe she wanted to have the arrangement that we're in now, where one of us works and one of us goes to school, so that the reverse can then happen, where the other works and the other goes to school. Maybe that's kind of how things work. But G-Man, since you can't even find your wife, I don't think that you would even know how anything like that would work.
Dude, seriously. Yeah, you want to walk around here and say you better than Rev. Rev's got more money in his bank account. Shanny's got more. Rev.
So the standard is now who has more money. Well, if that's the case, I have more money than you, so that makes me better than you. Is that how it works? I mean, if Rev wants to say that his life is better, or you want to imply that his life is better because my mommy didn't leave me X amount of dollars, then okay, cool. At least I grew up with both parents. So it's like, whatever standard that you want to create, G-Man, I can have a better one. I can have an absolute better one. That, you know, what's amazing to me is that you will never gain, you nor Rev will ever gain the respect that you guys think you deserve. That's what's funny to me, because you're clearly looking for it here on the internet. I can walk into a university and have people with PhDs stop and want to talk to me, shake my hand. They want my advice on stuff. They want me to come to their classes and make their classes more entertaining. You can't say that shit about me. Like, come on now. Come on. If you want me to be real with you, you've seen some of the videos where I've gone live and I've been walking through the university, and the people who are stopping me aren't students. They aren't students. People that you couldn't even talk to. So if we're going to posture, right? But like it's stupid. Like it's so what? Okay, yeah. So people with PhD want to talk to drag. Who cares? Who cares? You see what Rev's life looks like. You see how happy he seems. He's over there yelling at fucking Shanny and having to delete entire streams because he's crying after they got in an argument. Is all that money bringing him happiness? Does that bring him satisfaction? No. He's on the internet fucking crying because people don't like him. So I will fully acknowledge that Rev's inherited wealth is greater than what I currently earn. I will take solace in the fact that my life is qualitatively better. Because that money is not making him happy. Clearly.
Rev and Shanny's got more money in their bank account than you will see all year. And I don't even know if that's true, and I'm pretty sure that's true.
Well, the forced laughs are kind of hard to come out, huh?
Obviously quite hilarious. And I think I struck a chord with him earlier when I said that that when I was pretending to be the Rock, the great one, the Brahma Bull, the trailblazing, eyebrow raising Brahma Bull who raises the people's eyebrow on the people's elbow and drops you with the rock bottom. You know what I mean? One of these days I'm gonna do Stone Cold, and y'all gonna really see me have some fun. I'm gonna have to be careful with what I say if I'm Stone Cold. I can do Hulk Hogan. I can definitely do a good Hulk Hogan on drag. But of course, that's only gonna last about 3 or 4 minutes if I do that. Or I can do Randy Savage. I can do The Undertaker. I don't know. Maybe I'll do John Cena against him. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? Well, yeah, you're right. He doesn't have to work. Where's Drag's excuse? Let me point out an interesting fact here. Drag is so dependent upon the government. What do you think would happen if the government
Freedom! 3 things Rev has that Drag doesn't. More money from a trust fund, a 600-pound hefty bag full of meat, and felony charges. Gold star Rev.
Ooh. Oof. Big oof. All true though. All true. So this is, somebody told me about this part, and like hearing it makes it even better. So the contract that I signed for enlistment that guarantees my education upon the completion of service to the United States government is me being dependent upon the government. That's
I'm not really convinced that secondhand smoke is a real thing.
I had to school Hannibal and Monty last night that Rev's only experience with a woman was Shanny besides his real doll, and I think it gave Hannibal a sad.
Yeah, I think Hannibal was figured that he had been with a woman beforehand. No, Shanny is his first like real life touchy feely sex time with a woman's, and that's really sad. Like, could you imagine the smell? Could you imagine looking at vagina the same way afterwards? Oof. But yeah, no, and they both talk about it, so fuck it. But that's interesting. So you know what would happen, G-Man, if the government, I guess, shut down? The same thing that happens when the government shuts down. I still get paid. It's just that actually doesn't stop. Sometimes it gets delayed, but it doesn't stop. If it just so happened to be the case that the government, I guess, ran. If what you're saying is true, then a lot of businesses, regardless of their connection to the government, are going to suffer. So everyone's going to be broke. That's like an apocalyptic scenario, some shit. So do you think that barrel stacking is going to be available too? Just throwing it out there.
broke tomorrow and couldn't pay the veterans no more, what do you think would happen to him? Well, then he's going to have to go to McDonald's. So he's going to have to do Burger King. That's about what his skill level is, ladies and gents.
That's really weird because he knows that I've worked for Lowe's and Home Depot for several years. Like, I talk about it often enough, and he and I both talked about it. That's where my actual, like, professional shit has been in. Like, my resume is mostly Home Depot and Lowe's. Like, I'm a sales specialist. Like, if I wanted to go back right now and work, because there's a where we go to Longhorn Steakhouse, there's a Lowe's like behind. Actually, no, it's a Home Depot. There's a Home Depot behind that particular place, and I can go right now and go work for him. It's not hard. I can work in any of the departments. So I'm not sure why he has to say that. I've not worked fast food ever in my life.
I don't know what else he could possibly do.
No, I'm not in reserves.
Oh, wait a minute. We got another Sabella here with one of her 500 million accounts. No, sorry, Sabella.
Sorry, Sabella.
I'm not interested in hearing your hypocrisy.
Yeah,
Plus, I found out that you made a lot of death threats to people, and I don't want to hear that on my own thing, or whatever. So, I know about the stabby thing, but that wasn't cool. Well, what I found out about you, that wasn't cool at all. So anyway, yeah, what would happen if the government went broke tomorrow and the dollar crashed? Who do you think would suffer the most? Dragwood. His wife would be doing just fine because she would be able to get up and go to work. She probably has a savings account.
So if the dollar is our currency crashed, then for some reason only the federal government and federal government employees would be affected. Okay, G-Man.
Doesn't. Just gets his money, gets his check every month, wakes up, stretches, sits on his couch, watching some Jerry Springer, some Maury.
Which company was better to work for? That's a good question. Both of them are almost identical in the way that they're set up. The products almost identical. Obviously, the proprietary brands are a little bit different, like Ryobi and shit like that. But it's almost identical, man. Like it's your experience is not really based on the store structure. It's based on the individual stores. I think now with Lowe's, because Lowe's recently went through a restructuring as far as how they handle the management, because they've shut off. Like I said, how can I say? They've made the management structure more efficient. And I'll put that in air quotes, more efficient. And so I think that right now Home Depot has a better setup. And not, so many people spread thin. Because Lowe's, one of the things that really annoyed me is that they would have like entire swaths of stores trying to like be covered by one person who was poorly trained. So if you have flooring department, home and decor, millwork, and hardware, all four of those in the corner of the store, one person would handle all of that. And what if you have two people and people hitting buttons on both sides of that? And you're having to cut flooring and then go hit a fucking button over to cut somebody's key, right? That's incredibly inefficient. But just to have a warm body in that area is enough. And so, you're getting bitched at because the company's trying to save money on having people available. And then of course the people who are coming in buying stuff, like they can't make their own keys, so that hurts overall. And it's a stress. And it's like I said, no, I'm not dealing with this bullshit anymore, and I'm going to go become a scientist, because fuck that. So I think Home Depot has a better grasp, because all Lowe's does is whatever happens or what they think is happening to Home Depot, Lowe's copies it. That's literally how it works. So I would rather work for Home Depot if I had a choice.
Probably gets up in the morning and probably catches him some Judge Judy or whatever it is that people watch when they get up in the morning.
No, actually, it's funny. I get up and I spend maximum about 2 hours enjoying this hobby here. And then after this, I'll actually show y'all. I kind of stay right here, and I'll pull up something like this to read, sometimes. Or I have something like this to read, and while I listen to lo-fi hip-hop. So if you're wondering how that works, G-Man, that's what I do.
Probably sit there and be like, I wonder how much lying I can actually do towards, let's say, D-Roy or Shanny or Rev or G-Man. I wonder how much I can sucker these dumb atheists for. I know I'm going to get 150, and I'm going to call it the Make G-Man Mad Fund. And then all of you dummies out there that are atheists are going to financially support him. Trust me, you're going to do it tomorrow, because G-Man said so. So, and by the way, get used to that, because I got a lot of...
All of you dummies financially supporting him, guess what I'm doing? Fucking, who's your buddy? All that money that's here, all that that's in the PayPal that I keep getting fucking messages for every time you send it, I'm transferring it to my bank account, and I'm gonna buy steak and lobster bisque for the salt mine this afternoon. Ha! Bet y'all didn't know that, huh? Now, dummies. See? Aren't you fooled? Aren't you mad now that G-Man pointed that out, that I'm going to do exactly what I told you I'm going to do with the money that you send me for the express purpose of doing exactly what I already told you I was going to do? Sillies. Stupids. Shanny's doing Shanny in the ambience impression. Oh shit, he does kind of I just noticed that. That was a good catch. That's a good catch. You mean for you? Oh, I'm buying you. Okay. Is that how it works? Are you gonna be on time for the salt mine? So I'm buying you steak, and so I'm buying for us both. He does. Thank you, Seb. He doesn't watch my channel. By the way, I almost forgot. So I guess I'm buying. Well, if you want me to buy you that, then you need to set it up on Treat Stream so I can get it for you before the stream, because all you have on there is lobster bisque. So I mean, I guess because I still owe Xavier quite a bit. So yeah, I will buy him some stuff today. What do you do? What? Okay.
Fun I'm going to be doing with that one. People are going to continue to donate to him. Why? Because they want to support his laziness. I'm sorry, I got to rub this in. How does it feel, atheist? How does it feel to know that it is you that is supporting the worst part of our country? To support somebody not getting off their behind and actually looking for a job and then living off of you. How does it feel? How does it feel? How does it feel to know that you are supporting people not getting a job? It's your fault that welfare is the way it is. It is your fault that Social Security is the way it is. It is your fault that people won't get off their butts and go get a job. You can never blame that on Christians. We believe if a man doesn't work, he shouldn't eat. And I can assure you, I ate pretty good today because I went to work. My question is, did Drag go to work? No, he did not. He sat there and he made fun of people all day. Like, I'm just saying. So, no, I'm rebuking him into oblivion because he needs this. He needs to hear this. Nobody else on YouTube is actually saying these things to him. And I'm the only person on here that genuinely...
Thank G-Man. It's really interesting that you say this. So, let me contrast something. I actually might go back and play something for y'all real quick. So, let's do this.
That people won't get off their butts and go get a job. You can never blame that on Christians. We believe if a man doesn't work, he shouldn't eat. And I can assure you, I ate pretty good today because I went to work. My question is, did Drag go to work? No, he did not. He sat there and he made fun of people all day.
Now, is it, G-Man?
Freedom! Freedom!
I'll tell you what giving money to Drag does not feel like. It does not feel like getting spit roasted by two guys in a bathroom stall.
That's nasty.
I mean, as a believer in Christ, I don't like it when I see someone who's homeless or thirsty or hungry or anything like that. Because it really does convict me to the core. Because I am a very kind-natured person, and I do love you, but I don't trust you. You've lied to everyone about everything, G-Man. And I was bumping back and forth in my head. Should I just donate something to him? Should I just donate something to him? And the Bible reference keeps coming in. You don't work. You don't eat. It's a commandment. You don't work. You don't eat. But it also says if someone needs water, you give it to them. If someone's hungry, you give them food.
Now, interesting, G-Man. Really interesting. Now, that occurred quite before this, so no wonder you mentioned this verse. This is what Shani told you. Man, it's so funny that you probably don't even remember that that's where you got that quote from. Man, oh man, G-Man. That is interesting.
Freedom. I would never join the military because I don't believe in the wars the US is in. But there's no denying that those who serve deserve the perks they get.
I don't believe in the war either. I just want to go kill people. Anyway, that's a joke. That's a joke. People, that's a joke. So I was a medic. But it's killing people's fun. But this is interesting because G-Man here is taking what Shani told him from him being a bum and now applies it to me. While I love the fact that G-Man forgets the fact that the stuff that I get was part of a contract. I had to work in order to be able to kind of sit here. And by the way, I'm not just sitting here. This is why this is literally in the next screen, because I'm actually sitting here studying and finishing my degree in the next 2 weeks. But that's fine because G-Man understands what it's like to have a contract and actually work full-time and have benefits. That's so crazy. It's like if you work hard, you get to earn some nice things in life. Cool. Speaking of which, and I'm doing this honestly just to piss G-Man off. That's the only reason I'm even bringing this up right here. So G-Man, if you're wondering where everyone's money's going, here we go. For the salt mine, here we go. You can see where I get it from, and you can see how much it costs. There we go. I even put in some lobster tail just to be an asshole. So there you go, G-Man. That's what I spend on one of my favorite meals during COVID is lobster bisque and prime rib, because I love steak. Y'all have no idea how much I love steak and lobster bisque. My God, that's why I turn off my camera when I'm eating it, because it's just disgusting. But it's so if you're wondering, Xavier, if this is what you want, I will get this for you too, because I still owe you. So there you go, G-Man. You get this 115 bucks. That's including all the actually it might tip a little bit bigger. Actually, no, tip is about 20 bucks. Okay, cool. You know, good tip there. Good tip. That is what she said. You got a good tip. Good tip there. Always tip good, folks. The goodest. Please tip well. So steak and lobster, I love. Wonderful combination. Yeah, Lucifer Almighty, thank you for co-signing that. So that's what I'm eating. Oh, I love this. That's a good one. But there you go. So that's what people are supporting, G-Man. They're supporting steak and lobster. And I don't eat all day. I just wait until salt mine. So I can enjoy it. It's so much better if you're not eating. Oh my God. Yeah, Crawfish, ban Nerd Talk Live. Somebody ban him in the chat.
Like, I'm just saying. So, no, I'm rebuking him into oblivion because he needs this. He needs to hear this. Nobody else on YouTube is actually saying these things to him. And I'm the only person on here that genuinely...
You're supposed to buy lobster tail with EBT card. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, Wills. Thank you. Supposed to buy with your EBT card! If y'all know, that's a Revelation News reference.
...cares. Well, we Christians are the only ones that genuinely cares about Dragnet Silvis.
I'm not really convinced that secondhand smoke is a real thing.
This is for you, Gary. Fuck you, Drag. We ain't friends also, but seriously, I'd rather feed Drag than give Gary money for his rough trade he's also trolling for in that park at night.
Oh, if y'all don't know what some of those terms mean, you might want to look them up.
Community, right? We have our Bibles. Our Bible tells us to love our enemies and to love our neighbors, right? And one of the ways that we go about doing this is rebuking them, okay? It is not good for a healthy young man who is capable of getting a job to sit on his butt and use the United States government. It's not good to do that. It's not good to do that. I mean, unless you're atheist who's pretending to be a communist, or who is a communist, and you want the government to pay for everything because you don't want to get up your butt yourself.
Yes, that's definitely how communism works.
I mean, think about the taxpayers and everybody else that you're saying. Well,
you mean people like me who have to pay taxes on shit, G-Man? Oh man, when's the last time you've done your taxes? When's the last time you've done your taxes, G-Man? You get paid under the fucking table. Are you kidding me? Bro, stop it.
The taxes can keep going up and up and up and up and up, so this lazy bum can sit around here and not work. The Bible says consider the ant, and I talked about this earlier. The ant isn't lazy. Okay? What does the ant do? The ant works all summer, stores his food, so he has food in the winter. What does he do? He uses the government, he uses you dumb atheists, and then what does he do? He makes sure he has some food for that day. Me too, Jungle. Me too. Us tax-paying people don't appreciate when atheists sit there and actually encourage lazy.
Tax-paying people. Can you trick G-Man into making a video about Marx? No, because he's only repeating what he's heard. Not Jungle, Jesus is Lord say. That's all this here is stuff he's heard Jill say. That he doesn't actually know anything about any of this stuff. That's why this is like the first time y'all hearing him even talk like this.
Laziness. You understand what I'm saying? His wife is supporting his laziness. I mean, think about it. I'm a black man living in the United States of America. I understand the black woman very well. And I can assure you, they don't want no scrubs. They don't want no scrubs.
How are you offbeat with two lines? Like it's you. They don't want no scrubs. They don't want no They don't want no scrubs. Remix. They don't want no scrubs. They don't want, like he's singing a whole new song.
They don't want no scrubs. No. Let's see, when you are working, when you are in PA. I don't live in PA, Zach.
He knows exactly what the fuck you were saying. Whoever's made that comment, he knew exactly what you were getting at. Exactly. And that was a dodge because he knows his ass was not working. And that's where that Shanny offer video came from. Because his ass wasn't working. And he was living off of Shanny. That's why she was mad. That American Nightmare says, hey Dre, had a good time having you on yesterday. Yes, we were on Your Internet Friends. I think they said the video's going to be up like Monday. So check out that, folks.
Tell me, Zach, where do I live, Zach? Come on. Where do I live, Zach?
He's obfuscating.
Make a guess. Where do I live, Zach? You don't know. None of you do. So, and I'm going to keep it that way. Trust me. I have a whole bunch of addresses. Yesterday, I was in... No. What's today? Wednesday? Yesterday, I was in Jersey.
You're not going to know where I'm at. Let me list the places that I was at.
City, and then I went to Hoboken. Then I went to Maplewood. And then I turned around.
How fucking dumb do you have to really be? Like, you'll never guess where I was. I went down to Cheesecake Factory on 5th and Main the other day, and then I took a right down there at Minerva, and so yeah, I saw that the Burlington Coat Factory was opening up over there. You know where the mall is, the Circuit Mall? Yeah, I was definitely there. You can see I'm on the security cameras, so it's just like you have to be really dumb. Like, you have to work hard to be this stupid.
And I went to Bloomfield, and then I turned around and I went to Patterson. I was all over the place yesterday, so you guys can say whatever you want.
I stole $3,000.
So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to go back to being boring again, because you guys seem to like this kind of thing. When somebody looks over here.
Vaporwave Joe says, my man is live from the broom closet.
Doesn't talk to none of you. Treats you people like a bunch of Neanderthals. And use you guys for money. So let's see over here a minute. Here we go. I'm going to pull a drag nut. For God so loved the... Actually, I'm going to be G-Man, but I'm going to do a drag nut, okay? When I'm speaking for God. But when I'm looking over here, I'm doing a drag nut, okay? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever would believe in him would not perish, but have everlasting life. For God sent not his Son in the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. He who believes is not condemned, but he who believes not is condemned already, because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God.
Oh, so correction, Your Internet Friends said they're going to be live or the video, I should say audio, is going to be up at 3 p.m. Eastern. So since small, hold on. He's not going to do. Okay. I love dicks.
Romans chapter 8 verse 1 says, "Now therefore there is no condemnation for them that are in Christ Jesus and are called according to His purpose." Okay, so I can sit here and quote scripture, talk to myself, look over there, you know what I mean, meditate on the word of God. I can do a lot of things that are beneficial to me, but I'm not going to sit here and just look at the wall and act like I'm...
You live in a fucking closet. You are literally Harry fucking Potter. All you need is a staircase, guy. You're yelling in someone's basement at someone who's laughing at you, and then throwing shit at people throwing money at him to piss you off, which, interestingly enough, causes them to do it more. Bum Potter.
Special, and not address the audience when you guys are coming in or whatever, because, you know, he's like, I'm going to make sure the notifications go out so everybody...
He doesn't watch my videos, by the way. I have to remind all of you, he doesn't watch my videos at all, ever.
You can know I'm out here. Let's rock. You know what's sad? Al Bundy. I don't know.
Can we get like a reference from at least the year 2000 at some point in time, and any of these analogies, illustrations, or whatever goes on in your tiny brain? Can like something at least from the year 2001? Can we go there instead of like these late 80s, early 90s references? That was quite some time ago. We know that was the highlight of your life when people, you know, actually cared about you. But let's try to move past that. You are a 45-year-old something man. I don't know how old you are, but you're balding and you keep shaving to hide the gray hairs. No one's fooled by that, G-man. Yes, you possess a certain level of melanin and collagen in your skin to make you look a lot younger, and I know that you wish that you were, but if UTI hospitalizes you, your old ass is getting old. So just accept it. That's why you suck at marathons. Now, while you're accepting sucking things, we need to talk about them thoughts.
How many of you used to see Married with Children with Al Bundy and Peggy and Kelly?
I bet you like Peggy, don't you?
And Buck. I think Buck was the son name, right? I forget the dog.
Buck, no.
What his name was. But, you know,
Buck, Peg, where are we going with this?
Bundy, by our standards, would be more successful than Dragnet. Because at least Al Bundy, even though he worked as a shoe salesman and had to endure all of the things that he had to go through, he would be... Bud, thank you, Midwest Grow guy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Bud, and Buck was the dog, I think, right? So, even Al Bundy would be considered more of a success than Drag, because at least Al Bundy got off his behind and actually got a job. But my Bible don't say nothing positive about lazy people.
I'm looking in the live chat right now, and Zach P clarified his question again, and G-Man, he's looking at it. That's why he's looking down like that. He's ignoring the fuck out of it.
Nothing! Go look at the vineyard of the sluggard, and you'll see weeds, and you'll see all kinds of things growing up in that thing because they're too lazy to go out there and clean it up and do anything. Go look at Drag. Drag doesn't even put... I love what Shani says.
Of course you love what she says. She giving your ass money. I love what she says. Oh, wait. No, I don't.
Video game because Drag doesn't put any effort into anything that he does.
Yes, I'm absolutely just aghast at the fact that he is praising a woman who is the size of a fucking Snorlax that is literally laying in bed for 10 hours a day playing a video game. And comparing that to my effort, I can walk and look down and see my toes. Okay? Obviously, I'm putting in a little bit more effort than she is just in general. But have you not seen what she looks like and does for 10? Just to be sure. Let me just go to Shani's page just real quick. What is it? The game one? What is it? Oh, I forgot she's pissed off because people saw her cooch stuff. Let's see. I got about almost 4 hours playing Ghost of Tsushima. About 2 hours Tsushima. Oh, it's in the same day. So this was a total of about 6 hours. Okay, this is another 6. Jesus. Oh, and she's live right now on the other game channel. So 2 days ago, we have 6 hours, so that's 8 hours, and we'll just say 3. So 8, 11 hours. Jesus, like this is all that she's been doing. This is 5, we'll say 5.5 hours. Little videos here. This is all that's going on. But she's even live right now. She's even live right now, just sitting there playing fucking her game. So I'm not sure what. Relaxing white noise. That must be Rev talking. So it like, are you serious, G-Man? Really? Come on, bro.
Can you imagine drag using maximum effort? I don't think it will look a lot different than what we actually see today.
I'm not sure why I would put maximum effort for shit talk that I do on a YouTube stream for maybe 2 hours. Let's look what Shani's doing right now. She's been streaming for 3 hours, by the way. This is maximum effort. Man, I can't tell you how much effort she's putting into this shit right now. So, like, I don't know what he's comparing this to. Just so you guys have a real life, real time, and in color example of the comparison. That right there shows you that this bitch is being paid to say whatever he needs to say. Whatever Shani say, hey, look, G, I need you to say, just send positive vibes. When you make videos, G-Man, just say whatever you need to say. But man.
Be honest. I'm just keeping it real. Exactly, jungle jargon. If you don't work, you don't eat. But that's not a principle of the atheist community. The atheist community says,
evidently it's not a principle of you either. If you were depending on Shani while you were living in her house while she paid you.
As if you don't work, you get paid. Freedom, freedom.
We are the only friends G-Man has. That makes me extremely happy and sad.
Yeah, I know, right?
The atheist community says if you don't work, we're going to support you. And mind you, ain't no Christian saying this. You crazy out your mind you think Christians are walking around saying this mess. We know better. You understand? It's the atheists walking around here saying, hey, don't get a job. I'll take a portion of my money and give it to you. Hold on a minute, guys. I got company. Hold on. What's up? All right. I'm ranting on my phone real quick. All right. Cool. All right.
You gotta stop your broadcast because hey, what's good? What's going on? Yeah, you just coming in. Just your clothes are done. By the way, yeah, I noticed the cycle stopped earlier. I meant to come up there, but I get to talking. Man, I just get to talking. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? You're in a whole rant talking about how shitty my life is. Some random ass dude just walked through your fucking domicile basement area. And you had to stop everything that you're doing. G-Man, let me tell you how many times in the last 3 years that's happened to me. None, okay? The fact that I don't have that issue in my life. Hello? Who's there? Hello?
I'm sorry, was I interrupting something?
Yeah, you interrupted me.
Oh, my bad. I just need to go grab my stuff.
You need to grab your... Why is your shit in my room?
This is everybody's room.
This is everybody's room. I thought this was my room. The contract? Wait, hold on. Somebody subleasing my room? When did that happen?
My bad, dog. I'll come back later.
Please do. I'm busy. I am busy.
My bad.
Jeez. What the fuck is going on here? Anyway, like I was saying, in the last year's happened one time. Okay, one time. G-Man, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, so atheists actually believe that it's okay to sit on their behinds and do nothing and get paid. Am I wrong about that? Am I lying? Am I making stuff up? Perhaps you guys can prove it. No, you can't because I have channel after channel. Freedom.
He shut up real quick when someone came in.
Yeah, I know, right?
Channel after channel after channel where I can prove that you guys support lazy people. I think all of you atheists out there.
Yeah, phone don't even want to work with him.
Okay, so I'm back. I apologize about that. I'm using this raggedy $1 phone.
You got it right.
But he's living the best life at $1.
Look, maybe you should stop buying your phones from Walmart. I'm just throwing that out there. Maybe if you got up and got an actual job, you wouldn't have a raggedy ass phone. That's just me. I don't. What is this? A Samsung? What? I don't know what the fuck this is. The latest and great. Whatever. It's a Samsung something. My phone works pretty damn well. Just saying.
Oh, you got the Note.
The Note. Okay, the Galaxy Note. Whatever thing. Majigger. So he can't even get his phone to work right. You got people walking through his domicile in the middle of shit. Like, how are you in any position to talk about how anybody else lives? Just throwing that out there. That's like me throwing shit, as someone said earlier, Jeff Bezos. Fuck you in your mansion, bitch. Walking around with chandeliers everywhere and elevators and people to pick up your trash and maids and fucking butlers and shit. Fuck you. Like, what the... Does he... Really? Really?
You need to get another one. Here's the thing, ladies and gents. What was I gonna say? I forgot.
I had my notes of things I wanted to say that hurts his feelings, and I forgot all of them.
I forgot. Oh, no, I remember now. The atheist community supports laziness.
He just said that. Like, you literally just spent the last 10 minutes saying that.
How is that superior to Christianity?
Oh, that was okay, how is that superior to Chris? It's not. Like, I don't... Who comes up with these depictions? Did y'all notice that this went from G-Man is making an assessment of my life and how well I'm living personally in comparison to like Shani or himself or whoever, to this now we're combating religious worldviews.
I'm not really
and shit.
convinced that secondhand smoke is a real thing.
The real reason has the mask it to keep his lungs from filling with dry Ireland while he sleeps.
You know what? If that's an efficient way of keeping him from choking to death, then you know what? Good. Let's hope that he survives the night.
As a matter of fact, I doubt that's superior because I don't know a religion on this planet, whether it's whatever belief you want to think of. None of them supports laziness. Only atheists do. You know, wasn't it not that long ago you were telling Shani to get a job, you hypocrites?
You hypocrites! It was not too long ago. I was telling your ass to get a job, actually.
It was not that long ago you were telling Shani to get a job. You were telling Rev to get a job. Wasn't you guys doing that? Yet you hypocrites, you hypocrites, atheists, refuse to tell one of your own to actually do that.
I'm not sure like how else to explain, because Shani and Rev and G-Man seem not to. I think it's because they've never worked a real job in their life that actually required them to sweat and bleed and piss and shit blood and all that kind of stuff. But there are contracts that you have, and from those contracts you garner certain things. One of those things that was in my contract was that I could go to school and get paid for it as long as I maintain a certain level of enrollment. So I have to show up, I have to do good, and I get paid to do that. That is my job, actually. That is the classification for that. So if I don't show up, if I don't go to school, then I won't get the money. That's kind of the condition for that. So this seems to be a really hard thing for them to understand, that I won't get paid. I'm not able to do this unless I perform a certain set of actions. That being going to class, passing, maintaining a certain, number of credits. And I'm going to continue to do that actually in the future. So, I think that's the disparity. They don't know how any of this stuff works. They've not done it themselves. They don't know anyone who's ever done it. So this is new. This is foreign.
Just keeping it real. And if you're an atheist, you should be embarrassed. You should go get a paper bag and put it over your head because of how these people are. Put a paper bag over your head. Be ashamed and embarrassed that this man is your representation. He represents all of you atheists.
I represent. Oh, I barely represent my family. Like what? So how did I become the figurehead of anyone other than myself and maybe my family? Depends. But I don't understand that. I really don't understand. I'm now the billboard. I'm the flagship guy of atheism. Since when?
Represents Scientist Sam.
I represent Scientist Sam. Okay.
Fiona. He represents Holy Spackle. Oh, yeah.
But they're not atheists though.
Yeah, I mentioned them. And by the way, don't forget to vote on that poll about who the biggest hypocrite of that particular group is when I post it in the community tab. You know what I mean? I want to get everybody's vote on who the biggest hypocrite is. Is it Fiona? Is it Burnt Toast? Is it Sabella? You know what I mean? Like I got 4 people there. It was Fiona, Burnt Toast, Sabella, and who was the other one? Holy Spackle. I want you guys to go there and vote on who.
How about we vote on what year you'll start buying shirts that fit? How about that? I think that's a better start. We can't start this year because clearly you're wearing a shirt that's like 2 sizes too big still. So let's start 2000 fresh. 2021, 22, 23, 24. Maybe sometime in the near future, G-Man, you will purchase clothes or find them, whatever you do. Ones that actually fit you.
The biggest hypocrite. Who have you seen preach the gospel the most? We'll love to get your comments on that one. And we'll see who actually wins that one. Because whoever wins, I'm going to give them a shout out tomorrow. I'm going to make sure I get... Maybe Isabella can vote for herself 100 times so she can get a shout out on this channel. I don't know.
Always
so anyway, guys. And then on top of that, why are you guys paying a guy?
He's so mad. So, by the way, everybody say, hi, G-Man. I know you're in the chat, G-Man. I done already told you I know when you're watching. Hello. How are you, G-Man? Hello. I know this is your best, you're the best spot that you love when you go back to how much you don't watch my channel and how much super chats bother you for whatever reason. You keep talking. This is like the 3rd time you brought it up in the last 30 minutes. It's so strange to me that for something that doesn't bother you, you keep bringing it up.
Freedom.
Shanny shirts.
Dana McWhite, thank you for donating and expressing your concern for the drag merch. Actually, since you said that, since you said that, Dana McWhite, give me 1 second, folks. I guess I'll show you a prototype if I can find it. Ooh, I may not have. Well, you all have seen this one already. That's the coffee. Ooh, wow. Okay, the coffee and whatnot mug. Come on, drag. Okay, come on. Fine motor skills. Come on, drag. Oh my God, fine motor skills. Jesus. All right, so that's whatever. Okay, so y'all seen that one. Now there is another image. Let's see. Here. This one's prototype. It's a prototype. That's all. You're Ron. You know, Whale Chronicles, Chapter 3, Page 2. So again, prototypes. Just since you said something, there you go.
Who says that the secret to success is doing your homework?
When have I said that?
The secret to success is doing your homework, and you guys aren't embarrassed by that? If doing your homework was a secret to success, I keep asking him, drag, what have you done that I haven't? Well, I'm tutoring somebody. Well, okay,
okay, so now it went from homework to tutoring someone. Okay, so that's me doing my homework independent of me helping like anybody else, and me having like a job helping others learn a topic. That would be something that I'd more than likely have done that you haven't, because I don't know what you could tutor someone in. You don't really go to school, and your claims of going to school are a bit dubious. So I doubt that you went long enough and then mastered a topic enough to where you could teach anybody anything. Now, have you probably helped your niece with her, 6th grade, 7th grade homework? Probably. But actually been paid as a tutor? Never. I am willing to put money on that. Actual money.
Tutoring somebody is the level of success. And how come this man needs the GI Bill and isn't rich?
Okay, so the response to that is, okay, if tutoring someone is the measure of success, then why aren't I rich and why do I need the GI Bill? Dragnot, what? Purple pancakes on a hot tin roof because midgets are scary and groundhog moles. None of that made any sense. Like, he said words. Words came out of his fucking dick sucker, but none of that made sense. Did anybody get that at all? Did anybody comprehend? Please, I need a G-Man fucking a G-Man enabler somewhere to explain that to me. Where's Oneness? Oneness, you're fresh on the block. Please explain that to me. None of that made any sense at all.
And isn't living the life of luxury. You want to know why he ain't living the life of luxury, ladies and gentlemen? Because Dragnut is full of it.
Full
and he knows
of
you're
it.
gullible. Freedom.
Shani's liberated air freshener wants to contribute to the Bisque Fund.
Oh Lord. Okay. So, yes. So I'm being a bit dramatic, but this is G-Man's level of understanding. Like this, when you hear stuff like that from G-Man, there are aspects to, how can I explain this? I have to do a little bit of G translation here. When there are too many things that he's given that he does not understand, he's forced to try and meld different things together, right? So he has his conclusion already. Riches and success and fame, because I've definitely said that I want that for some weird reason, even though I've never said that. So in his mind, right, I am this God among men. I am this king, and I'm eventually going to become this God amongst men. I'm going to become this king. So what I say now plays into that. So he has to find a way to get from A to Z. So he's going to somehow work his way there through bits and pieces of nonsense, right? He's simply trying to piece together that path that's not there, not realizing that his conclusion doesn't make any sense, because again, I'm not sure, as somebody said in the chat, tutoring people doesn't get you rich at all. I tutored because, well, it was a side gig, and the faculty at my previous college begged me to be a tutor. Actually begged me to be a tutor. So I said, fine, I'll do it. Looks good on the resume. I'll do it only in my free time. I actually was working for Lowe's during that period of time, so I said I can't do it during the weekend. I'd have to be during the week. That's perfect. Just do it between classes. Do it like Wednesday for 7 to 9 p.m. And I was getting paid to sit there and do my homework, right? So it's it's a nice feeling to help somebody learn something. It's great if you've not actually done it. That's the step that you take before you begin to learn how to teach, because the pedagogical arts is something to be taken very seriously. At least I think so. So if I'm ever going to become a teacher at some point, a professor, I need to learn the ropes now. And I don't think G-Man understands, but you don't become rich by being a tutor or a teacher. When have y'all ever heard me say that as my goal to become rich? Have y'all ever heard me say or indicate anything like that? Hell, every time I get these big sums of money for this stupid shit that I do here, I end up donating it. I've been up doing that for the last, all this month I've been just donating people's money, y'all's money to different stuff. MD Anderson Cancer Center. There's a few people who needed shit on fucking Twitter, since I'm the faithful to God. I'm not a person who needs a lot of wealth. I like what I like. I am going to splurge on things that I like, and I'm not going to make any bones about that. Like, I enjoy steak. I enjoy the fuck out of lobster bits, and I enjoy massages. I will spend money on that. I will absolutely splurge. And if somebody wants to criticize me, drag that you spend quite a little bit of money on lobster bisque and steak, you are right. You are absolutely right. You can call me down on every day of the week. Absolutely, I can't argue with that. Dragnot, dude, you getting fucking 3 massages a month? Yes. If I could, I would. Yes. But it's COVID, and I'm not trying to catch that. So, yes. Outside of that, I live a fairly meager life. I really don't buy a lot of stuff for myself. I'd rather make sure other people are doing good. But that's just how I was raised. So, going through Hurricane Katrina, losing everything, changed my perspective on what matters in life. So that's why you don't hear me talk about, trying to become rich and famous and that stupid shit. Like, cool. It'd be nice to have financial security, but I don't need to be rich. Because as we see with Rev, having all the money that you could want doesn't bring you happiness, you know? Yep, G-Man has no idea. He'll probably thinks you're lying about the charity. Yeah, I mean, he can. That's why I show receipts when I do shit like that. Because people then come down the line later and lie. But when we super chat, then it's your money. Spend it on what you want to spend. None of our business. Yeah, so I agree to a certain degree. It bothers me, and this is just something for me. It bothers me when certain content creators start using their viewer base as a piggy bank anytime they want to have fun. That actually does bother me. So while I know some of y'all like whatever, you know, do with it whatever you want. Like the people who say, hey, this goes to Mama Drag, that goes to Mama Drag, right? I don't keep that. If they'll say, hey, this is for Mrs. D and the little one to get some ice cream, that's where it goes, right? Because I am big on transparency, and I have to be, because if I'm shitting on this dude for misappropriating funds, I can't then just be like, whatever with my own shit, right? I have to make sure that I maintain integrity. So that's just I have to keep myself level-headed and in check if I'm ever to offer any criticism to anybody else. So that's just me and my values.
He'll never admit it. He'll never admit that you guys are gullible, because he would lose his cash cow if that ever happened. When people donate to Preaching to the Choir Ministries or to GTV, I promise you this, it ain't because of what I'm doing right now. People donate because I do ministry. I go out there and I deal with those Hebrew Israelites. I go out there and I do what I do on YouTube. Sometimes I need another camera or whatever. But I don't get on here every single day crying for lobster bisque. We all know he's doing that to pay his rent. We all know he's doing that to pay his light bill.
So I can tell y'all right now, my rent is far more than what I get in Super Chat. But it's weird. So here's the strange thing. G-Man knows that I get my VA compensation, which if y'all want to look, I'm 80% disabled. Y'all can literally look up how much money I get every month. Y'all know I have a wife. Y'all know I have one kid. You can look at the chart. You can see exactly what I get per month. You know that I work as a student, and you can find the area code for Houston, so you can go to the GI Bill benefits page and type in the zip code for Houston and see how much money I get for a full-time student. You can see all of this. It's not hard to know where I live. My rent's fucking like it's shot to like $1,700. And the last thing I just looked at, Jesus. So my VA compensation pays for rent. How would I be able to pay for rent, G-Man, ever since I moved here? How were we paying for rent? Because she didn't have a job when we first got here. I didn't have a job. So, I mean, just think about that for a second. How else would we be paying for rent unless it was coming out of my compensation from being in the military? But you know what? He figured it out. He figured it out. I'm here for lobster bisque. You've all been fooled. It is the nectar of the gods. And thank you, Nemesis Marple, for the lobster bisque yesterday. I consumed that the second I went off air.
I don't know he's doing that to buy clothes and to be able to survive in this world.
I'm shirtless most of the time. How often have you even seen me with clothes on? Do I eat my clothes? Like, I don't. What are you talking about? If you're gonna bullshit people, G-Man, let it be something that at least. So, Dragnot's buying games. That would be a more believable lie. What Dragnot's actually doing is he's spending his money on a bunch of games and he's just not showing you all. Or Dragnot's spending it on hookers or something. Make it something interesting, like something spicy. I barely wear clothes. Why would I be spending the money buying what I don't already use? Like, that's dumb. If you're going to lie, make it a good one. This is just terrible. Oh my god. This is just dumb. Angry Roach, F that. My super chats are investments, baby. Oh, that's shade at Steve fans. Shade. That's shade. Dragon's buying adult manga. I would not pay that.
Final Fantasy 14 subscription. So some of them, okay, so you know what? Who said that? Fucking 21st Century Rambo. You're actually correct on that. Dragon Feeding Xavier. Okay, so Bella is accurate on that. Let's see, we got some other people. How much money in total do you think has been given to G-Man for his struggles? Ooh, Katie, that's a good question. That is a good question. Wow. Quite a bit. Oof. At least DPR Jones did Doctors Without Borders, yet you spend it on steaks and lobsters. Okay. Well, new person who just came around. Do you not think that people donated to go eat out with DPR Jones and for him to buy wine? I mean, I think that you forget that me and DPR are a pretty good rapport with one another. And you probably don't even know that I've actually participated in quite a few of those Doctors Without Borders. Now, if you have a problem with me spending like the money on what people have literally told me that to spend it on, I'm not sure what to tell you, right? So I think it's interesting when new people come around and they start like trying to say shit like that, but it's clear that you're new, because do you think DPR Jones had an issue with me and how I spend super chat monies and shit like that? Think about that for a second. Do you think that the guy who handed the Magic Sandwich Show over to me, if that was an issue, would have given me his channel? Think about that for a second. So that's funny. But here we go again. So since we have somebody new, I will do it again. Just for shits and giggles. I will open it up since we have someone who's upset. Because I guarantee you this person has no idea who DPR Jones is or our relationship or anything like that. But that's fine. Let's have fun. And here we go. Sold $3,000. All right. So there we go. That is the link. Athena, you help people with their education. You know what? I would like to keep that under wraps. But so there you go. Kick your ass. Come on in and tell me about DPR Jones, since you knew him so well. Let's see. So we'll see if Kick Your Ass comes in to express their, because evidently they know what I do and I don't do and all this other kind of stuff. But if DPR Jones would not have approved of that, I'm not exactly sure, because as somebody who also participated in some of those same benefits, I'm not sure how that's a distinction. So yeah, well, obviously it's up to me. But if there's an issue, right, I'm not sure why I can't use the money for exactly what I said I was going to use it for, and then donate part of it to charity like I've always done for years. And I'm not sure how that has anything to do with DPR Jones. But I mean, if you think that that's something that I guess is a concern for you, then come in and talk about it.
Okay, because he refuses to go to McDonald's, which he would actually make more money if he actually went there and be a good taxpayer.
Oh yeah, I know, it's somebody's stock.
Be a good American. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know why he doesn't do that. You see, and no.
If Drag said give to me and I'll donate it to charity and spend it on Lobster Biz, that would be terrible. But give to me and I'll spend it on Lobster Biz, then that's fine. Yeah, I mean that's ultimately the funny part about this. And there's like people hop on socks to say stupid shit. But this is I always offer people the opportunity to come in and chat, right? So, and what's interesting about people on the internet, and I already know this person's not going to come in, but so I'll close this down. Everybody has their own style of communication. And when people don't understand that the idiosyncrasies that exist within your own speech pattern carry over even when you have different accounts, people can kind of tell who you are just from your vernacular, just from your use of punctuation. So if you're going to be a G-Man dick sucker and try that, it's not going to work out very well, because I know exactly who you are.
What is this? I'm talking about 2020. I'm talking about, what is this, July? What is today, 22nd? What's today's date? It's 22nd or 24th. What's today's date? Okay, today's 22nd, right? I'm talking about July 22nd, 2020. He's talking about 2017 or 2016 or something like that. He's not even talking about something that people actually care about.
But if people don't care about it, why would they watch?
Zach, this is my answer to your questions about how much I pay in taxes. None of your business.
Fair enough answer. Fair enough.
That's how much I pay in taxes. None of your business. See, I can say that because I wised up and I seen how you guys treated other people here on the internet when you got their personal information. You're not gonna do that.
Oh, like you treated other people, G-Man, when you got their personal information? So, hold on. You're, like, I'm not sure what you're comparing it to. So, are people supposed to behave like you when you get their personal information, or what?
To me. You're not gonna do it to me, and I highly recommend if you are a Christian or if you're an atheist and you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Freedom!
Use towards a bottle of Casa Amigos tequila.
I might have to try that. Thank you. Actually, you know what? Xavier drinks tequila, so I'll probably just end up giving it to him.
Hopefully you got a brain and you don't give anybody your personal information, because you see what Drag's doing? That can happen to you too. He did the same thing to Redline. He did the same thing to his friend Steve McRae. And the videos are on YouTube. You can see how buddy-buddy they used to be. Now they're not buddy-buddy no more. Now he's on a war path of destruction to destroy Steve McRae.
Really? When's the last time I've made a video about Steve? When's the last time I made a video about Redline? I'm on a war path. But let's, okay, cool. Let's check out my channel. Let's check it out. I keep right-clicking on it too soon. All right, so let's look. Yes, I knew you liked the fucking tequila. I knew you like it. So, G-Man. Well, this is Rev. G-Man. Rev. This G-Man. Update. Rev. G-Man. G-Man. Update. G-Man. G-Man. G-Man and Shanny, technically. D-Roy. G-Man. Update. G-Man. 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 Gameplay, but G-Man. 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 Shanty. G-Man. G-Man and Shanny. Gameplay Shanny. G-Man. G-Man. Update. G-Man. G-Man. Shanny and Rev. Y'all see a pattern here? Like, y'all really see a pattern? What warpath? I'm really shitty at warpaths. It must be. Really, really shitty at it. Because really don't see much here about that. It's odd. Odd.
He thinks he's destroying me, but he's making a fool out of himself. And the Bible, but then again, him making a fool out of himself don't really surprise me.
So, oh my God, G-Man's starving child. Fuck me. G-Man is my daddy. He doesn't feed me. I'm hungry. Someone please help.
That's why I don't even say it like that too much no more. In Psalms 14:1 says that the fool has said in his heart that there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works, and he has done abominable works, dragging out lies and slanders on a regular basis. He told you to look.
I still want to know what these lies are. What are these lies?
At the blue bag in the what do you call it, in the screenshot that I took. And again, all you gotta do is go to Google Play. I believe that the app is called. Let me actually get the app. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, the app is called.
Oh, so he's talking about me speculating about the money bag icon. Because I was asking y'all, I said, is he getting money? Is he getting paid for this? Don't know. Because I have no idea. I see money up in this top left corner as a blue icon. And I start to wonder. I had no idea what that thing was. And I said that. So if you want to repeat things that I say, G-Man, then how about this? Make sure that you at least get it accurate.
New games available. I think that's what it is. Forget the name of the actual app, but it's new games available, and it tells me and notifies me that I can actually win more coins for Google Play. But of course, you can't tell that to Drag, because Drag has to make stuff up in order to be relevant in our community, because he ain't got nothing else to talk about.
That's weird, man. Y'all see him fucking just sweating like a motherfucker here. Jesus, like, can we, G-Man, if you want, if you want. I will help buy you a fan. I'm tired of seeing you sweat. You look greasy and nasty. I'm tired of seeing you sweat. I know there's a lot of running you do inside the minds of other men. But you gotta stop.
Nobody wants to hear about his schooling. Nobody wants to hear about the theory of evolution because everybody knows that's a lie from the pit of hell. Nobody wants to hear about.
So, Baffling G-Man still has not provided even a single example of a lie from Dragnot Silvers. Drag has said G-Man lied by saying X when the truth is Y. G-Man says Drag is a liar, poopy pants. That's the equivalent of it.
How to become an atheist because atheism is garbage. You know what I mean? And it sucks if you ask me. Nobody wants to hear him talk about school because we don't believe he's actually doing his own homework. We believe that Sam is doing it for him.
Yeah, if I could get Sam to do biochemistry homework, I think I'd win at life. No one's doing, like, when you're at like doing your upper level classes, you really don't have traditional homework anyway. You have like of course you wouldn't know this, G-Man. You have stuff assigned as homework, but it's not to turn in for a grade. That's for you to study. But again, you would know that.
Well, if you like that, then request that he actually talks about evolution. He doesn't know nothing about it, but he'll try. He admitted in our debate that he had to get help from 3 different people to prepare for me, and I'm supposed to be the bottom of the barrel according to him. You see how inconsistent he is? Why would you need 3 people to help you to debate somebody who's in the bottom of the barrel? That's what I want to know.
Especially if you want to have factual information, you want people to check you, you want to be held accountable for the things that you say and do. Having other people to your left and right, that's a bad thing. Gotcha, G-Man. All right.
See, I told you, atheists, when all of this started, when you did your so-called Summer of G-Man, right? And you established GTV, and I greatly appreciate you for that. When you started all of this, what did I say to you? All of this was going to come back to bite you in the butt.
Oh, no.
I said I was going to make serious videos, and I was going to watch you struggle. I watched you struggle trying to give me a reason for being an atheist. You don't got no reason for being no atheist. All you are is a tape recorder repeating what you heard somebody else say. That's number 1. Number 2, and don't give me this critical thinking garbage. You guys don't even know what critical thinking is. All right? So that's number 1. Number 2, I would talk about morality, and you won't be able to say nothing to me because look at all the evil you've been doing over the...
Now think about this week. So I'm actually going to end it here because this is a long, lawn hangout thing. I keep calling them hangouts. You did this. I'm stuck in the past. Stream. Call it stream. It's not a hangout. It's not a hangout. Jesus. G-Man. My man. Guy who dreams about random army guys giggling and trying to penetrate him in a bathroom. Find yourself. Find peace. Find happiness. Because you damn sure ain't gonna find it over here. You're just gonna find more booty hurt. But maybe what you want a booty hurt. Maybe that's in a few different ways. Maybe that's what you want. Maybe you want booty hurt. I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes. Really hard to tell. But anyway. Alright, that's it. I'm going to go and do my homework. And I hate when these are turned this way. Do some homework and try to study some of this stuff. Then I got this is cardiovascular. I got to work on digestive and reproductive. And that's going to be it for me. And check on some application. Check on an application and application and see. But it's probably going to be, it's probably going to not be till Monday. So Xavier, let me know what you want, and I will buy your food today since I still owe you, my dude. And and I need to make a phone call. So all right. Now here we go. I will catch y'all later. If y'all have not already, check out Black Guy TV's review of G-Man's weird sort of dreams he's having. And I will catch y'all another time. I'll play y'all out though. Remember, stay booty hurt. Stay booty hurt.
The announcement is this. I'm going to be doing a Google Hangout next Friday. Not today, but next Friday. And that particular Google Hangout will be focused on primarily one thing. I'm asking everyone to bring their own personal rap to this particular Google Hangout.
I'm gonna expose myself on YouTube. I'm gonna make a YouTube video embarrassing myself.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I got to tell you about the fabulous, most groovy
G-Man. You know you're breaking the law right now. I will stomp a mud hole in you, sir. I am not playing, Dragnet.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. You're going to jail. You got the audacity.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. That's all I got to say. You got the audacity. I stole $3,000. You got the audacity. You got the audacity. Because you don't got no evidence.
My name is G-Man. My name is G-Man.
No big business that I mean.
My name is G-Man. My name is G-Man.
You can't beat me in fighting. You can't beat me in chemistry. You can't beat me in biology. You can't even walk better than me. You can't outrun me. Dude, you can't even out-talk me. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey City.
G-Man.
You got the audacity. You're going to jail. You got the audacity.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. That's all I got to say. You got the audacity. I stole $3,000. You got the audacity. You got the audacity. Because you don't got no evidence.
My name is G-Man. My name is G-Man.
No big business that I mean.
My name is G-Man. My name is G-Man.
You can't beat me in fighting. You can't beat me in chemistry. You can't beat me in biology. You can't even walk better than me. You can't outrun me. Dude, you can't even out-talk me. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey City.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another